It's that fear that no one talks about. It's the fear that, as a visionary empress, you're probably guilty of having this fear. And it's the fear that we'll be getting into on tonight's episode of Entrepreneurship Is A Marathon. And no, I'm not talking about imposter syndrome. I'm not talking about fear of failure or fear of success. Have you guessed it yet? Well, tune in for tonight's episode for what this fear is and how you can ensure that you overcome it for yourself so that you're not self-sabotaging your business. Now, I know some of you are likely new to our show here this evening. So before we get into the nitty-gritty of that, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Vanessa Zammi, and I'm known as the Business Defibrillator. I essentially work with local community businesses to help them revive, grow, and scale their business without burnout, sleep deprivation, or overwhelm. And every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, I come here live on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn to provide such tips to ensure that you are moving forward in your business without that overwhelm, and ensuring that you're moving forward in that generational wealth. And in every episode, what I love to ask and what I love to understand is what has been your win of the week? What has been your win of the week? Type it in the comments. If you're watching on YouTube, then scroll to the bottom, hit subscribe button, and then essentially scroll even more, and then type in the comments what has been your win of the week. It could be a business win. It could be a personal win. It could be something that matches with both. But what has been your win of the week, right? And think of it now, it's only Tuesday, or maybe it's Sunday when you're watching this, or listening to this on our podcast. But ultimately, right, think about the last 7 days. The last 7 days, what has been your win of the week? Okay, in the last 7 days. So my win was essentially I've actually completed 2 different presentations, different speaker things. So I'm also, in addition to being a business consultant, I'm also a speaker, author, and professor. And so I was able to essentially complete 2 different presentations. One I did last week in person, and I actually had a fan come through, someone I had no idea existed or knew of, who apparently had been watching me on Facebook and, came into the event and was like, oh my gosh, you look exactly as you do in person. And whoa, right? And so I met a fan. I felt really happy. So that was my win. Yeah, beating that fan. But also too, completing those 2 presentations was great. So last week's topic was on confidence and leadership through storytelling. And then the topic that happened yesterday was on burnout, how to avoid burnout and find the time to do it all, right? My specialty topic. But what has been your win of the week? What is something that maybe you didn't think you can get done, but you did it and you're feeling happy about it? Maybe it's something that, you didn't think in a million years it would occur. But what has been your win of the week? Type it in the comments below. So if you're watching a replay, I also want to hear it. So put hashtag replay and put what has been your win of the week. So let's get into it. So what is this fear? Right. So as a high achieving, ambitious person, right. And let's say you may have seen that win question and you said, oh my God, I have so many wins. Or maybe you're someone where you only had 1 win, right? And I put only in quotations there because no, you didn't just only have 1, you had a win, right? But ultimately, as a high achieving, ambitious person, you want to accomplish so many things. But the thing is that this crippling fear that you're probably not even aware of, right, is sabotaging you in a sense, right? And I call this fear fort, F-O-R-T, fort. It is the fear of running out of time. And so you're in a panic. Retirement is ever approaching. You're like, my business should be at $300,000 per year, but it's not. This is not how it should be. I'm only making $150,000 per year. I should be at least at $250,000, right? Time is running out. I'm almost 60 years old. This cannot be. And so what do? You go on a spending spree that you justify by saying it's an investment, right? Because you're like, the business must succeed if it's the last thing I do. So any person who comes your way, they're like, oh, you know what you need for your business? You need this, you need that, you need this, you need that. You're like, yes, you're right. I should do that too, right? Someone, oh, here's an investment opportunity. You're like, oh, it'll help you make even more return. You're like, yeah, let me do that. Let me invest in that because I'm almost 60. Time is running out. I need to get these funds now. That fear of running out of time, the fort, F-O-R-T, is causing you to be impatient, overwhelmed, and ultimately leading to be exhausted and burned out. See, because what that impatience does is it causes you to say, okay, I need to get everything done in this hour, in this second, in this day, this week. So then you try to get all done, right? You're overwhelmed with that to-do list. And then you try to do it, and then you get exhausted. and then you get exhausted, and then you burn out, right? Then you say, oh, I need to pause from my business. I need to pause from life. This is too much. This is too overwhelming. So how do you keep F-O-R-T, that fear of running out of time? How do you keep that fear at bay? How do you keep that fear from ruining your life? And the way to do that is to be strategic. Now, here are the ABCs on how to be a strategic, effective business owner. So A, answer the right questions, right? Set a standard of questions for yourself that you can use to make decisions for your business moving forward, right? It might be metrics that you decide to have, but essentially it's setting the standard for saying, okay, if I have this business decision, if I have this investment opportunity, if this opportunity comes my way, how will I know what to say yes and what to say no to, right? So A, answer the right questions. B, your own leader, right? B is for be your own leader. Don't follow the crowd. It's not about what everyone else is doing. I say this all the time, right? When it comes to outlining your goals and your business and all the other things, it's not about what everyone else is doing. Right? It's not that everyone else is doing Instagram reels and you should too, or everyone else is doing TikTok and you should too, or everyone else is doing, they're at trade shows and you should too. It's not about what everyone else is doing, but it's about what you and your business should be doing at this point in time, right? It's about you, right? It's not about, oh, everyone else is doing TikTok. So you reach out to your marketing manager and you're like, all right, everyone's doing TikTok. We need to implement this in our business. Or let's invest more into Facebook ads. Everyone's doing Facebook ads. So we should do Facebook ads too, right? It's not about what everyone else is doing. It's about what you should be doing for your business, what you need to do for you and your business. And then C, right? The ABCs of being strategic. We said answer the right questions, be your own leader. And then C is for control your intention, right? Control your intention. INTENTION. Control your intention, right? Which essentially means understand what your priorities and your goals are. I always say 3 and 3, right? So what are your 3 goals in the next 3 months? Your 3 goals in the next 3 months. What are those goals going to be, right? And use those as your guiding light for what next for your business, okay? So 3 and 3, what are those 3 goals that you're going to focus on for the next 3 months, right? And what I always tell people, when I say 3 goals, it's not just your business to think about, right? It's your business and your personal. At the level that you are at less than $500,000, you're thinking about your business and your personal goals, right? Putting them together, those are your 3, right? It could be you might have 2 personal, 1 business. You might have all 3 business. You might have 1 business goal and 2 personal related goals, but you are the core of your business. So you need to ensure that you remember that you need to set yourself up for success, to show up for success when it comes for your team, especially at the point that you are in your business where you have a team, right? Whether it be part-time staff or full-time staff, contractors or freelancers, but you have people who are also counting on you to show up, right? And if they see you not showing up, they're not going to show up either. And so control your intention, understand what your priorities are, and use that as your guiding light for what next for your decisions, right? So be strategic to ensure that that fear of running out of time is not hindering your success, is not, getting you to, essentially act rashly and unfairly and unjustifiably for your business. So ensure that you are strategic, intentional, so that you can be effective and efficient and productive and profitable when it comes to growing your purpose-driven business, right? And expanding your store and ensuring that, you are getting the visibility and the attraction that you need for your business, right? And so I'll say it again, the ABCs of being strategic to ensure that you are not letting the fear of running out of time get in your way. Answer the right questions, be your own leader, and control your intention. Okay. And if you're looking for additional support in that, you're welcome to reach out to me as well. So, because essentially this is what I help my clients do as well too, right? Because the thing is, business is 20% strategy, 80% mindset. Everyone agrees. It's 20% strategy, 80% mindset. Okay. And so when it comes to having that strategy, it's like, yes, you may have written down a business plan. You may have written down a strategy. You may have, perhaps you have a business coach and you're working together on your strategy and you've outlined it. And you're like, yes, this is the plan. This is what we're doing. This is the path. This is the plan we're going to work on. Well, now you have to ensure that you're actually working on that plan and you're not getting distracted. You're not getting discouraged. You're ensuring that you're keeping your mind and your mindset together. And so think of these ABCs of being strategic as also ABCs of keeping yourself together, Okay, answer the right questions for yourself, be your own leader, and control your intention. Okay, and if you're looking for support, if you're a local community business owner and you're looking to experience explosive growth, if you're looking to, stop being stuck at $150,000 per year, or you're looking to stop being stuck at $350,000 per year, where I'm sharing examples that have helped through with clients, then feel free to reach out to me at power.vzammy.com. Let's schedule time to connect. You can hop on my calendar and let's see what's actually happening with your business, and let's see how we can really most effectively get you moving forward and what it is that you want to do and what it is that you should be doing for your business at this point in time to ensure that you are moving forward as efficiently, effectively, and strategically as possible to get you to be most productive and profitable as well as you strive towards a generational wealth, right? It does not matter if you're approaching 50. Most of my clients are actually in their 50s, okay? It doesn't matter if you're approaching 60. It is not too late. It is not too early. You are right where you need to be, and we need to ensure that you are moving forward with the right actions and steps and strategies to get you to where you ultimately want to and can go. So you're welcome to schedule that time at power.vzammy.com. Let's get you that clear path forward that is right for you, not your neighbor, not the one across the street, not the person in the other state, but the right strategy and the right path that is right for you. With that being said, have a lovely evening. I look forward to seeing you on my calendar at power.vzammy.com. And with that, have a lovely, wonderful evening and abundant rest of the day. And chat with you again on next week's episode of Entrepreneurship is a Marathon. Chat soon.